Yes.
$4.99 is wild. There are some gas stations that are significantly less, but still, you're not finding anything under $4 a gallon. And if you are, let me know where to find that and fill up this morning. Glad you're with us here on 13 Sunrise. I'm Julia, along with Julia and Sean, and for Matt.
Yeah, Matt, by the way, a new daddy. This
Congratulations,
beautiful
my
baby
friends.
girl. So we are glad to share that news of his family expanding this morning, but also glad to have you.
Yeah.
A little chilly out there.
It is chilly. Yeah, putting on those walking shoes now, seeing those gas prices. Oh my goodness. Gas prices going up. Our temperatures dropping here as we get into, not today, tomorrow, month of May. And we're ready for that, and hope you're ready for a chillier start here this morning, because that's exactly what's going on. I want to show you a beautiful shot here on the campus of IU, getting ready for our sunrise. Roughly about 40 minutes away, give or take. We're going to wake up to plenty of sunshine. We're going to need it too when you see what's on the way for us here this morning. It's as expected. We're down to 39 officially in Indianapolis, but we've got plenty of 30s on the map. In fact, 35 in Lafayette, 36 in Kokomo. There may be a little patchy frost here this morning, a better shot of it, I believe, Saturday and Sunday mornings. But either way, yeah, it's going to be chilly. Heavier coats needed for the kids this morning. They may try to fight you on that one, but it is going to be a chilly start. Numbers go from 30s to lower 40s, and we're peaking at about 60 this afternoon. Weekend forecast on the way. 6:02, update on what's happening as you're just about to head out here this morning. So far, it's been a pretty quiet start to the day. This is the north split here. Again, as I mentioned, getting ready for a beautiful sunrise, moving nicely there. Look at the south split. We'll give you some of the times here early this morning on this Thursday morning commute. South split to north split right now at 40 miles per hour, roughly about a 6-minute go there. North split to south split, a little bit quicker, but overall a pretty quiet traffic flow map for the time being. Let's hope it stays that way.
Thank you, Sean. Oil prices are yet again going up, up, and up this morning.
That prices for Brent crude, that's the worldwide benchmark, rose above $125 a barrel overnight. It comes after President Trump met with advisors saying that he wants to extend the naval blockade of Iranian ports.
Face-to-face talks between the U.S. and Iran also collapsed, which is effectively keeping the Strait of Hormuz shut down. Meanwhile, gas prices here in the U.S. just reached a high not seen in 4 years.
It's painful. Indiana, the average jumped up 30 cents while you slept. So if you have to fill up this morning, let's show you some of the different station prices around the city. Anna Chalker has been out surveying all those prices, and it's kind of painful everywhere, isn't it, Anna?
It is, ladies. I don't like seeing it when we're out here, but we've got to tell you about it. We're here at 16th and Tibbs this morning, still moving east from the west side. This marathon behind me is at $4.79, but the BP just across the street, that's at $4.49. So not terrible, not great. But I do want to show you one on the other side of the city that I know you're not going to like. Take a look at this. Hold your breath. This is on 10th and Jalen on the east side, $4.99. I'm sorry, I didn't want to tell you, but we have to show you anyway. But I mean, that's just what's showing you all over the city. Every gas station is going to be at a completely different price. In the state average, like you mentioned, one of the highest jumps that we've seen a while from overnight. Right now, regular gas, that's at $4.41, when yesterday it was just at $4.09. And a week ago, it was at $3.69. And we spoke with some who were out at gas stations yesterday. Many of them are all just saying this is just getting too much for them.
No, this is out of control. I don't know what we're going to do about it. There's nothing we can do about it.
And I'm struggling to pay gas to go back and forth to the doctors and to other things like choir rehearsal and church. You know, I have to limit myself now to where I go. And now I really don't go anywhere.
A lot of hard decisions for so many Hoosiers this morning at the pump. And I do want to let you know that the state's gas tax is still suspended for another 9 days. The governor is saying this week he will likely extend that suspension. We will keep an eye on that if and when that does change. And as we've been looking at all these state averages, yes, everything's been different at every gas station, but we want to show you what that's going to be looking like when you get it into your car, when you get it into the pump. So coming up, we're actually going to fill up one of our cars to really show you what this price is going to look like, the average price, once it all adds up in the end. So we'll show you that in another area where prices are changing all around, coming up at 6:30.
All right. Check back in with you soon, Anna. Thank you.
Well, this morning we're learning about a late night shooting that happened at a home on the city's east side.
Officers found a juvenile male, they describe, shot on Beausart Avenue near East 21st in Emerson. This was the scene, very active, around 11:15 last night. We've learned that young man was transported to a local hospital and was said to be in stable condition.
And so far there is really no information about what happened or a suspect or motive. If you have any information that may help police, you're asked to call them or Crime Stoppers at 262-TIPS. Well, one of the key figures in a disturbing child sex crimes investigation in Brownsburg is expected to change her plea in court this afternoon.
Nancy Minton is the owner of Main Street University for Kids and accused of failing to report what investigators say were serious crimes involving the children there. Our Marina Silva has been following this case since the start, joining us now with more on what this plea could mean. Good morning.
Good morning. The attorneys representing some of the families called this change of plea a meaningful step for accountability. Now, this is video of Nancy Minton walking into one of her first court appearances after she was charged. Now, Minton originally pled not guilty in the case, but let's go back to when this investigation started. It circles around Gabriel Garner. He worked at the daycare, and in May of 2025, investigators arrested and charged him with multiple sex crimes against children. Now, ultimately, he ended up with 48 charges. And during the course of that investigation, Minton and the daycare director, Jennifer Lingback, were also charged with obstruction and failure to report. Now, investigators say Minton and Lingback did not report allegations against Garner to police or the state, which is required by law. Catherine, Michael, and Tammy Meyer represent some of the families who went to the daycare. They say today's hearing is just the start of healing from this incident.
We always hope that we're going to see justice served, with the hope that it's not going to happen again. And that's what Tammy and I have really been struggling with these families, is their lives are irreparably damaged, and helping them move forward even after all of this.
Now, Minton faces 7 charges. The attorneys say all charges except 2 will be dismissed. The judge is also expected to hand down a sentence at today's hearing. Now, Minton's hearing is at 1:30 this afternoon, and I've been checking this case online. Right now, it looks like a lot of people have filed letters. We're talking both victims' families, as well as letters in support of Minton.
Okay, because there are a few people involved in this case here. All right, thank you, Marina.
Well, in just a few hours, the man now charged in connection to the death of Delaware County Corporal Blake Reynolds will make his first court appearance.
Teddy Johnson is facing multiple charges, including reckless homicide. Last November, Corporal Reynolds was helping a stopped semi-truck on I-69 northbound near Gaston. Court documents also say Johnson didn't try a move to another lane until less than a second before he crashed into the back of that cruiser that was parked helping the semi. Investigators did review the truck's dash camera. They say it showed Johnson using his phone. They later found it was for social media and say that he was, quote, clearly exhausted. Our Marina Silva is actually headed to that hearing later today in Muncie and will give some updates for us here later on WTHR.com.
Well, Zionsville Community High School has another E-Day today. So school leaders say they're dealing with an issue with that water line still. Now, the superintendent says a repair they tried yesterday didn't quite work out, so they're going to need to continue to address that today. And the principal says students will expect additional information from your teachers by around 9 o'clock this morning.